In order to move ahead, we need to create marketing that captures the imagination, that's strong and inspirational, and that taps into what we like to say at Chrysler is that spirit of, hey, we never back down. We always move forward optimistically. Yes, it's a challenging time, but it's also a time when we have a tremendous opportunity to build something new. Our task is to dismantle old perceptions and build a new image that's strong and relevant for today's consumers, to prove that we really are listening, we're responding, and we're changing faster than ever before. So today, I'll discuss the new Chrysler's use of media to manage consumers, to engage consumers as we drive opinion, to build relationships, and improve outcomes always at retail. And then, of course, we'll talk about how we measure our progress every single step of the way, right? Now, until recently, the auto business has been accused or been told by many of us, even in this room, as being stragglers or holdouts in the age of the digital revolution. But we've seen enormous changes. Our consumers, those nice folks that go into our dealerships and buy our automobiles, they've really taken some leaps and bounds. They've made us change. In fact, now, and this is a key for us, 80% of new car shoppers go online to start their shopping experience and their buying process. 80%. So if an automobile company is going to compete, it has to give prospective customers a reason to engage its brand via advertising in all media, and especially online, at the heart of the digital revolution. Now, that revolution has pulled us away from the inefficiencies of awareness to the focused power of opt-in. Online commercials, of course, are all about opt-in. Excuse me. And then there's, of course, online streaming, and there's the increasingly relevant frontier of handheld devices, and there's opt-in on-demand commercials now for television. And as we all think about all this that is happening, I can almost hear TV viewers from New York to LA absolutely cheering. After years of getting hammered by waves of irrelevant commercials for them, now they can pick and choose what they want to see, when and where they want to see it. Call it viewer democracy. And I say it's definitely about time. Now, we at Chrysler are creating compelling advertising content to engage them when and where they want to be engaged. So moving beyond awareness, well, really, that's where we are today. But whether it's in Detroit, Berlin, or Tokyo, only in the last few years has opt-in been accepted as a real option for overall marketing strategies for the automotive companies. I think back to the day, it was quite a while ago now, 1979 when I bought my first car. It was actually a Plymouth Horizon, had a stick shift, white, blue, adorable, really cute. But the process of selling a car at that time was very linear, and a huge amount was focused on resources on just building awareness, right? This marketing model, the purchase funnel model, which has driven automotive advertising for years, assumed that consumers must go through several steps before, at least according to that theory, they'd be ready to make a purchase. So building awareness, of course, was at the beginning of that, and it was the primary driver of this approach. Advertisers talked, we talked at consumers, and sometimes it stuck, and a lot of times it bounced off. Now, with an overwhelming majority of car buyers now using, again, the internet, that idea of barraging consumers with GRPs to build top-of-mind awareness is, we think, a big waste of marketing dollars. So today, as the consumer buying process increasingly starts with a search engine, it's accurate to say that awareness is overrated. When consumers begin their search by typing in new car at Google, MSN, or Yahoo, they're likely to be taken to a third-party or even a manufacturer site, or even on their own, they arrive at a third-party site such as Edmunds.com or Autotrader.com. And guess what? All the nameplates are there. So in fact, that idea of top-of-the-mind awareness is not needed to make that first list. But what is important, of course, is positive opinion. That's what's going to put us on the shorter list. So in order to increase market share, the primary objective of our brand messaging is to improve opinion through web-based engagement. Now today, think of it this way. The consumer is actually acting, this is my favorite idea, so stick with me on this one. They're actually acting like an energy vortex. So whenever and wherever they determine that they're ready for a different kind of piece of information, their vortex opens, and the successful messaging is when you can pour in a particular kind of information. So if we respond and are able at each point, when that energy vortex opens and says, okay, I'm ready for this, in whatever stage or channel or medium, that's what's going to work for us. And that's what's so important. So at Chrysler, we're aligning our communication objectives to meet the consumer's mindset and the context in which they're viewing, as opposed to us telling them what we want them to hear and when we want them to hear it.